Hello, hello, welcome. Good morning, and good morning. Which way is the camera for everybody online? Here? All seeing eyes over there. Okay. Hi, and so everybody online, I did not acknowledge you the first time, so thank you for being here. And whoever's doing that over there, yellow is my favorite color. Put a heart emoji in the comments and let me know what's up. We see you, and we're glad you are here virtually. Okay, and welcome. My name is Rowena Cage, and I do. I'm okay with all pronouns, but my heart smiles most with they, them. So as we interact throughout the day, if you want to make my heart smile, then you can use they, them, or just my name, Rowena. And that would be cool. Looking forward to getting to know all of you here today. So um, I am very grateful to be with you this morning for the 12th annual National Coming Out Day service. It's just always a joy to gather in spaces right here like Urban Abbey, where we can be our authentic selves, we can connect and truly embrace who we are. If you follow me on social media, you may have thought, hey, wasn't National Coming Out Day on the 11th? Hey, why didn't you make a post? Yes, it absolutely was the 11th. And no, you did not see me make a post about it then because I decided to take a much needed Black Girl Rest Day. It was honored on October 11th, and I chose to focus on other things, knowing that I would be here today to celebrate with you. And let's be real, rest is radical, right? Mm-hmm. Especially when you're constantly navigating a world that demands so much of us. And here's where it gets beautifully aligned. This year's National Coming Out Day follows World Mental Health Day. Mental health is a cornerstone of well-being, especially for Black women and people of color. We carry so much history, so many expectations, so many judgments. And let's be honest, it can get quite heavy. Here's the thing, I identify as non-binary, and I don't subscribe to these rigid boxes of gender or race that society tries to put on us. But I do understand that the world perceives me in a particular way. Society sees me as a Black woman, and I've spent a good portion of my life moving through the world with their reactions and judgments toward me because of this. It's exhausting, y'all. And sometimes that means I need to rest. Can I get an amen for rest? Amen. All right. That's why I chose to take a day off because, like again, rest is a radical act of self-love and preservation. But today, I'm here with you to celebrate not just coming out, but living fully, unapologetically, and authentically. And a big part of living authentically is acknowledging the importance of mental health. I've had my own journey navigating my mental health. So today I want to talk about it because it's something so deeply connected to our experiences as LGBTQ plus folks, as people navigating a world that sometimes doesn't understand us, doesn't see us. Personally, my mental health journey has had some real ups and downs. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2009. And earlier this year, the weight of everything, society's judgments, my own inner struggles, and physical health challenges became too heavy. And I didn't think I could carry it anymore. This perfect storm led me to the decision to take my own life. But today, I stand here, deeply grateful to be alive, to share my story, to connect with you, and to hold space for us all. Someone told me recently that because I'm so open with my emotions, I must be looking for attention or sympathy. But listen, y'all, I'm just a crybaby, okay? I cry when I'm happy, I cry sad, angry, and everything in between. And that's okay. Feeling our emotions fully is part of being human and part of allowing our bliss. Pain and joy coexisting. I tell you this story today not for sympathy, but for solidarity. Because if you've ever been in dark space, I want you to know that I've been here too. And if you're here now, I want you to know it's okay to reach out and to ask for help. That's how we move through this. We reach out, we connect, we speak, we tell our stories. Talking about mental health is so crucial, especially in our LGBTQ plus community, where so many of us face layers of rejection and misunderstanding. This is why conversations and representation matter so much. Coming out isn't just about one day. It's about every day. It's about the ongoing journey of living in alignment with our truth, with who we are at our core. Folks with certain privileges may ask, why is there a day for everything? Well, here's why. Your experience of safety does not erase someone else's experience of survival. Representation matters because it shows us all that we have a place in the world, that we're seen. When I wrote my book, Pineapple and Friends, which you can find right here at Urban Abbey, and I'll be signing copies at the end of the service if you feel like you want to support, I spent over 10 years wanting to create a world where everyone, no matter who they are, feels loved and accepted. This book is dedicated to my kiddos, Val and Nico, because I want them to grow up knowing that they are loved exactly as they are, no matter what. And I hope this message reaches you too. I'm also finishing up a nonfiction book, Allow Your Bliss, Start Living Happily Ever After Today, which is set to be released on October 25th. This book is all about emotional intelligence and how we can allow ourselves to experience bliss through focus on our mind, body, and soul, and being happy with ourselves even when things are hard. It's about understanding that our emotions, both the joy and the pain, are valid and important. And it's through allowing these feelings without judgment that we can truly access our true power. Again, coming out isn't just about coming out as LGBTQ+. It's about coming up and showing up as yourself, fully, unapologetically. It's about stepping into your truth, whatever that may be, and embracing every part of yourself. It's an ongoing process. We're always evolving, always learning, always deepening an understanding of who we are. And that's beautiful, y'all. There is beauty in everything because everything is love if we choose to perceive it that way. We are all connected in love and light. Messages are everywhere if we choose to be open to them. Nature, our pets, plants, they're all there to remind you of your connection to the source of love. The Beatles said, all you need is love. Y'all know that one, right? John Lennon said, imagine all the people living life in peace. Bob Marley, I'm from the Caribbean, that's one of my favorites, says, one love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. In the USA for Africa song, they sing, we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Giving love to ourselves and to others. Bhagavad Gita in the Hindu practice says, when a man finds delight within himself and feels inner joy and pure contentment in himself, there is nothing more to be done. The teachings of Buddha say, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserves your love and affection. In the Quran 57:4, from the teachings of Islam, it reads, and he is with you wherever you are. Ties in with the reading from Psalms that you mentioned. No matter where you are, you think you're alone, you're not. The practice of Judaism, Proverbs 4:23 reads, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. In the Kabbalah teachings, Rumi says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Tao Te Ching, from the practice of Taoism, teaches that knowing others is intelligence, but knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. In the witchcraft practice, Wiccan Reed says, the power to change your life is in your hands. You are the magic you've been searching for. In Luke 17:21, in the Christian Bible, it says the kingdom of God is within you. It's within all of us. At the core of all of these teachings and songs, this one truth remains. Love is the ultimate answer. It starts with you. When we transform ourselves, we change the world. Let's keep rising, friends. So today, I want to leave you with this thought. Coming out is about love. Love for yourself and letting others in by being your most authentic self. It starts with love for you, the kind of unconditional love that says, I am worthy, I am enough, I belong. When you can love yourself that way, it opens the door for you to love others the same. And that's how we create a world where everyone can thrive. As we move through this world, let's make sure that we show up fully for ourselves and for others. Let's keep telling our stories, lifting one another up. Let your vibration and your actions radiate love and joy, creating a world where we can all feel safe, seen, and celebrated. I encourage you to make space for the full range of your emotions. Yes, the joy, but also the pain. Because we cannot allow our bliss if we're not acknowledging everything that we're feeling. And trust me, life gives us plenty of opportunities to feel it all, am I right? The more we allow ourselves to feel, to be, to exist in our fullness, the more we access that deep sense of peace and love that is our birthright. So remember, love yourself first. Love yourself unconditionally, the kind of unconditional love that doesn't wait for society's approval or for anyone else to understand or accept. It's the kind of love that starts with you and flows out from there, transforming everything and everyone it touches. Let's go out into the world and shine that love on everyone we meet and keep building communities just like this one where we're all free to be exactly who we are. Let's keep speaking our truths in love, telling our stories, and lifting each other up. Thank you so much for being here today, for being a part of this new world. and for being your beautifully authentic selves. As we face the reality of the world of fear and hate that we have left behind, let's keep shining that love because we need it now more than ever. Tap into your Christ-like nature and forgive those who try to harm you, knowing that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Remember, they know not what they do, and also they are reflections of ourselves. Choose love always. Thank you, and I love you.
Hello, everybody. Hi. My name is Jay. I'm going to use this for some free promo. If any of you guys are interested in our directory, it would be great if you filled out the form because it's my job. The other part of my job is essentially posting on Instagram and running the services back there. Shout out Grayson for running it for me right now. Woo! But yeah, so this past summer, while Deborah was gone, we did a Summer of Song sermon series. Say that 5 times fast. Where some members of the congregation and members of the community and the ELCA bishop and a lot of other people talked about songs that were spiritual to them, music that moved them and meant something to them. And I thought a lot about that since I was adding these songs they talked about to a playlist on Spotify, link in our bio. Talking about music is one of my favorite activities, so even though the summer's over, we're talking music. But first, a tangent. I think that National Coming Out Day is interesting because it falls outside of the typical time of year for Pride. It's a different energy than the Pride Parade because it's a different kind of activism. Established in 1988, National Coming Out Day was meant to be a way of making the personal political. That one of the most basic ways to be an advocate is to be visible. It is very different for someone with bigoted ideas about LGBT plus people to think about them in the abstract than it is to be confronted with a child or sibling or friend who's LGBT. And I think it's easy for young people in positions of privilege, myself included, for now, to not realize that this was a revolutionary act, that being out as LGBT was not just scary or maybe a personal matter, but something that was really easily life or death. And it still is in a lot of places and in a lot of situations. Gay marriage was legalized not even a full 10 years ago. And and while being LGBT is easier now than more now than ever, and people can come out younger or not at all, it has been a long and difficult journey that continues on in the fight for civil rights. Something that really struck me when I was researching National Coming Out Day was that one of the 2 founders, Robert Eichberg, died from complications from AIDS in 1995 and never got to see the way that life has changed for queer people and never got to see the day that he founded become nationwide and commonplace. And I say all this because I think that making the personal political is a choice that a lot of artists make. Music and art in general is a medium to express oneself, say something about the state of things, make it feel like what we put out into the world is what we get back in return. We often think of the protest songs of the 1960s and 1970s, your Buffalo Springfield and your Marvin Gaye and your Bob Dylan, but there are many modern examples of music that questions the system or government, to punk music like American Idiot by Green Day, or controversial songs that have resurfaced recently like They Don't Really Care About Us by Michael Jackson, or direct calls out to the government like Heinz Hall by Macklemore. All these songs, though they're sonically very different, contain a similar sentiment in that they're all protesting the status quo. But there are more ways to question the way things are than outright protest. One of the biggest up-and-coming artists of this generation is Chappell Roan. Many of you have probably heard of her music on the internet, on the radio, from grandchildren or children, or someone's cool dad. Looking at you, Christian. Um, but Chapel Roan is quite near and dear to me because her music is about the joy and hardship of being queer and about being from the Midwest. If you've never heard Pink Pony Club, which you will soon, it goes like this. I know you wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. And I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. Here's Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Won't make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl and I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl and you dance at the club. Oh mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong. Down at the Pink Pony Club, I'm going to keep dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm going to keep on dancing down in West Hollywood, and I'm going to keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Thank you. I'm available for weddings and bar mitzvahs. Uh, uh, Pink Pony Club is about a quintessentially queer experience, wanting to branch out, to go out into the world, to find other queer people in cities where being queer is so normal and celebrated. It's about shrugging off the places that we are from to don the places that we belong. You could swap out Tennessee and LA for any other places, and the message would stay the same, that finding the place where you belong is a rapturous thing, a thing to celebrate. And this song is not about any one thing in particular. It doesn't have a motive or a goal other than being what it is. A song about being wonderfully and beautifully seen. About going somewhere that feels essentially right with people who are the same as you, maybe for the first time ever. But I would say this song is just as political as anything else, just as political as National Coming Out Day, because really, being seen can make a huge difference, not just in your own life, but in the lives of others. I remember the first time I met an adult that used they, them pronouns. It was my first year of college, and they were an advisor for a support group I was attending. The support group was fine, it was fun, but what was life-changing for me was meeting that person that identified as non-binary as an adult, and in a professional setting. They didn't do anything but be themselves, but that was everything to me. It was like watching the world open up to me, that the way that I felt about myself didn't have to be secret or something I harbored inside of myself because I was sure that people wouldn't take me seriously. And sure, sometimes people don't take it seriously, and sometimes I don't use my pronouns and my preferred name because it feels like it wouldn't necessarily be well received in the place I'm in, but I'm doing it in my own way. And in all the spaces that matter to me, and with all the people that I love, I am living authentically. And that is not something I take for granted because it is not the reality for so many people. I'm grateful for where I am in life and the people who've supported me through my gender discovery and beyond. And I'm incredibly humbled by the thought that I could do what was done for me for someone else. That by seeing me live my life, I could show someone that they don't have to hide. They don't have to be who they're not. That it's possible not to just live, but to thrive. And maybe I'm not a pink pony girl and I don't prefer the club and I'm kind of a bad dancer, frankly. But when I hear those lyrics, I cannot help but feel like me and Chapel Roan are the same. And I think about all those people that were lost or didn't have anyone who saw them for who they were or never got to see things get better. Not just because of the AIDS crisis, but for all of the ways that people suffer for being who they are. And I think that this song is for them, and for me, and for us. So we'll keep on dancing, and we'll keep being pink pony girls and upsetting our mothers and being who we are. May it be so. Amen.